Hello? Seth? Shh.
telling him to come back at once and make an honest woman.
You can be wonderfully disagreeable when you like company.
I know, it's one of my most cherished gifts. Why didn't you go through with it?
I looked into his eyes and saw he hadn't the slightest idea I'd set a trap for him. I couldn't bring myself to play such a dirty trick. I couldn't help myself. I suppose it was like...
Hey, wake up.
Hi, how are you?
What are you doing here?
I just dropped by to say hello. What time is it?
2:30?
Oh, jeez, that means I just got here. Call me in the morning. Hey, I had room service send up breakfast.
Not even a warning?
Just wanted to surprise you. You know how it brings out the worst in people.
Surprised is not the word.
Are you?
Upset. That's the word.
You want me to leave?
You never fail to amaze me, you know that?
I drive all this way and this is thanks?
I'm gonna make some tea. You want some?
No. Hey, guess who I ran into last week? That creepy little nerd you used to go out with. Remember him? Dennis somebody? Ran into him at a party, recognized me, said, "Hi, Slick, how you doing? Remember me? I used to go out with Persephone before you were married. How's she doing?"
You know, I'm usually home by 2, but tonight I had to close out for this dummy bartender. You know, I sometimes think he screws up so I can do it for him.
Like punching his smirky little face. I mean, what did he come over and talk to me for? I didn't want to talk to him.
I just wanted to be friendly, I guess.
Remember that time at the restaurant
would you forget about that?
So what about this bartender?
I got home late tonight because I had to close out for him.
Oh, I do it for him.
Well, I can't go home until all the money's accounted for, and I'm the one responsible for these guys.
They just can't live without you, Seth.
Okay. Are you gonna start right in?
Okay, sorry. So why was that little mama's boy, come over and talk to me? What the hell did you bother me for? I mean, didn't he know you left town?
I'm sure I don't know. I haven't talked to Dennis since months before I left. Slick, we're gonna have to have some ground rules here. You're gonna have to turn around and drive right back to LA tonight, okay?
I may do that anyway. Took me 7 hours.
My God, didn't you stop?
Yeah, once, pit stop, grab a sandwich,
Yeah, you did a lot of speeding.
Hey, if God didn't want us to drive fast, he wouldn't have given us sports cars. I averaged 75 miles an hour for the entire 509 miles. Hey, you know what? You left your front door unlocked. I had to come in through the window. I could have been a burglar.
God didn't invent sports cars, and we don't lock doors in Sedona.
Remember when he just kept circling around our table and peering at us? I mean, he just, loused up my dinner. Didn't even enjoy my food. He ruined my teriyaki steak dinner. He owes me a teriyaki steak dinner, that creepy asshole.
What are you talking about?
That asshole, Dennis. The other thing that bothered me the most was the way he kept looking over at us, trying to get your attention. Every time I looked over at him to see if he was looking at us, he was looking at us. Hi, Seth. Now, why the hell did he have to wave at you across the whole fucking restaurant?
He was just, that's who he is. He's very friendly. He's just a goof.
Yeah,
okay?
bullshit. He wanted me to know that he was there.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you call this place? Sedona? You call this burg your new life, huh? Seems like nothing but a hole, but with a bunch of redneck bars and fucking cowboys playing grab ass with the waitresses. I know about them assholes. They got a lot of class. They drool in their beer.
Yeah.
You work in one of them kind of bars?
No, of course not. I work in a very expensive, upscale hotel and spa in the cocktail lounge. Maybe you haven't heard, but Sedona is the Newport Beach of Arizona. There are more real estate offices and mink coats in this town.
Hey, are you gonna take out that stupid costume?
Yeah.
Hey Seth, listen, I'm onto something new. I got a new attitude. I got some great gigs coming up. Like studio stuff, like I used to get when we first got married. Remember how I never stopped working for years?
That's great. I'm proud of you.
Mom's boy just ruined my dinner. Why does he always have that smirky grin on his face? Yeah, Seth, things are really looking good. So what's the drug scene like around here?
Slick? I don't do drugs anymore. Why didn't you call and tell me you were coming?
Hey, I did about 10 different times, but your machine didn't pick up. Is it busted?
I don't have an answering machine.
What?
I don't need one. I have found the desert.
Well, yeah, I found it
No,
too.
no. That's not what I meant. You should find it too, here. Come live here in the desert.
What do you have? One bar, one gas station, one movie theater?
It's like a whole new life, like no other place on earth. It's spiritual,
Hey,
it's
come on now.
powerful.
You know how I feel about that word.
There is much love here. You want to hear something funny? There was a bank robbery last month, and you know how the robbers got away? On horseback.
Fine. I'm in the Wild West.
They rode straight into the hills, and the sheriff couldn't even follow in this day and age. Oh, God. Look at those stars. Just look.
Well, I gotta admit, I've never seen stars that bright.
Oh, my God. Look at what you're doing. Don't move. Don't move. Just stay that way. Okay, now what do you feel? You did it yourself. No! Stay that way. Keep your hands up there. Okay, now, just take a deep breath and feel.
Feel what?
What do you feel?
I feel like an idiot.
No, feel the vortex.
The what?
The energy forces coming up from under the earth. Old Simon taught me that. He said this exact spot is one of the most intense vortexes in the whole Sedona Valley. No, keep your hands on the doorway. There. Old Simon is an Indian friend of mine. He comes around and sleeps on my couch once in a while. He died one night while sleeping on my couch.
Jesus, I'm sorry to hear that. That must have
Listen
shook
to
you up.
this, and I know you're not going to believe this, but I helped bring him back to life.
You did what?
His ancestors still exist under this house, and their collective spirits create a very powerful vortex. And it can even, believe it or not, cure cancer. Oh, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Of course, you don't believe that. And don't tell me you do, or I'll call you a liar. But you're nothing if you're not a liar, are you?
Come on, you don't really believe you actually did
Yeah,
that.
all of it.
But the old dude didn't die. He was just out cold or
I
something.
knew you'd say that.
Oh, what? A vortex? I mean, what is that? Some kind of vibrations or something? What am I supposed to feel?
No, I can't tell you exactly what you're supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel like whatever you want. People ask me, when I go to a vortex, what am I supposed to feel?
Well, when I go to a vortex, what am I supposed to feel?
Whatever you want to feel. I can't just give you the answer.
Well, what do you feel?
You know, it clears my head.
Does it clear your sinuses too? Look, if I'm not getting it, okay?
Well, try. Don't give up so easily.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I feel it. Now I feel.
Why do you do that?
Do what?
Make fun of something I believe in.
Look, can I take my arms down now? They're getting tired.
No! You just stay there until I tell you you can move. You laugh at everything. Nobody can tell you anything, but this time someone is trying to tell you something. Would you just listen to me for once?
I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, what are you getting so worked up for?
I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. First, you place your feet in the doorway, just a little bit apart like this, see? And then you take a deep breath. Then you close your eyes. And let the vortex come and reach you slowly. I can't teach you. You're not ready.
So, what about this Indian medicine man?
He died on my couch. Old Simon is an Indian healer. Old Simon, and he's very old. He's very old. Well, he doesn't know how old he is. He told me that I will never be lonely or feel pain or have headaches or get sick as long as I sleep on the ground. You know what else? He talks to the coyotes. But what really completes the desert is that at night you can see the stars like they really are, like tiny bright lights painted on the inside of your eyelids just when you close them. The solitude is intense. Old Simon taught me how to breathe. You know, I was holding my breath when
You
I
get to
first
do
got
the
here,
mushrooms and all
No,
that too?
never! We don't do drugs! I've already told you that! Aren't you listening? You know what he did once? Okay, I was late for work once, and my car would not start. The engine is turning over and over, and the battery is dying. So along he comes, puts his hands on the hood of the car, looks up to the sky, and he says, "Great Spirit, I want you to heal this car because this good woman has got to go to work." And he looks over at me, gives me a wink, and he says, "Okay, try her." And you know what?
Come on.
Started right up.
Now I am worried about your sanity. You better come back to LA with
You
me.
cannot count the days. You must not count the days. It's not allowed. And even the years. You forget even the years. People tell me that. Even though I've been here 6 months, time doesn't really exist. God, it's wonderful. I am only aware of my time working at the restaurant. And I go there automatically just to make enough to live on. That's all I want. This house costs $325 a month. And the phone bill is hardly anything. I don't even call anybody anymore. I don't have to. Don't you see? I don't ever want to go back to that rat trap I grew up in. Los Angeles. Oh my God. I choke on the words. The Hollywood weirdos, the stuck freeways, oh, the filthy air. We have a different sense of time here. You know, when I go to pay my bills,
You don't mail them?
No, I just hop into my car.
You drop them off?
The power company is inside this little accounting office. This little old lady just sits there. I don't even turn the engine off as I bop in. And the cable people, they're right next door, and I just bop in there. And then I bop down to the bank, and I pay the gas bill and the phone bill, and it takes all of about 10 minutes. I usually pay my bills on the way to the creek.
The where?
Oh, the creek, where I can go and lay in the sun every day. You know, I can hop into my car and within 5 minutes be in the middle of nowhere. Listen, old Simon is the first person I have ever met who looks at me as if I'm not me. He's worn and his face has a million wrinkles, but I helped bring him back to life the night he died on my couch. I did that. It was the most important thing I've ever done in my life. I was given a chance to rediscover myself inside life and death. They took him to the hospital dead, but he came back the next day as well as you and me. He healed himself. I only helped. But Dr. Glorious was very proud of me. He was the one who really taught me how to heal. His kidneys don't work and he has a bad heart.
Doctor who?
And he has old wounds that pain him all the time, but he refused to die.
Who refused to die?
I'm telling you, old Simon, I healed him.
I thought you said you called the doctor.
What? Oh! You know.
What?
I meant Dr. Glorious. You should see your face. No, he wasn't here then. The first time I met him, I came home one night from work and I found him sleeping peacefully on the couch. He does that. He'll just show up at night and ask to crash somewhere. Folks around here love him so much that You know, they just take care of him and give him a place to stay, and he pays them back by healing. But before I went to bed, I went to put a blanket over him. For some reason, I felt his hand. It was like a piece of wood. I felt his body. It was cold and hard. His spirit refused to die, and he came back. Things like that happen here, but nobody freaks out. They just take it all in like it's natural, and it is.
Except the old dude didn't die. He was just like stoned on some homemade cactus juice or something. That shit'll get you higher.
I called the paramedics. They came. They pronounced him dead, here, right on this couch. But I helped heal him.
Huh.
I used the vortex and I prayed under the doorway. Don't you see? It's like that here. I didn't let them take him right away. I put my hands across his chest and I prayed. And as they carried him out, I stayed under the doorway vortex for about an hour, and it worked. Stay here. It'll change your life. No drugs, no booze, no sex, no fighting.
No,
We
whoa,
take care of each
whoa,
other.
wait a minute. You want to run those by me again, a little slower?
Give them all up. You find one single thing to do and you do it. And just be happy. It's simple, uncomplicated.
Yeah, and bored. I'd go nutso in a week.
I came here because I didn't want to spend the rest of my life looking out the window of my car at the freeway for 4 or 5 hours a day.
Go stir crazy around here. Maybe, maybe I could stay a week or two, but I'd have one eye on the clock.
I'm happy here. No, I gave myself another chance to find myself. Living here now is just second nature. I don't think much about going back.
Who am I competing with?
The desert.
You're just running away.
Don't you dare say I'm just running away. Not everybody says that. The idea that we're running away is a gag to us. This is my home. Yeah, okay, I admit there are some people here who think they know how to run other people's lives, but they're more messed up than they know. But I have found someone who really knows, and he's here to help, and you'll meet him. I have more here in Sedona than just beautiful red rocks and clean air. This small town gave me my self-esteem back. I don't feel lost here. So what if everybody knows your business? That's part of living in a small town. It's not resented.
How do you live without touch, without sex?
But I do. A lot of us do, but we have love.
That's not love, honey. You're gonna dry up and die here.
Stop. Please stop.
Oh, I forgot. This is for you.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Guess I still love you. I've been waiting for it to go away. Figured it'd wear off by now, but it hasn't. Damn. Gotta admit, I haven't been a monk since we split up, since you left. There'd be times when I'd be with somebody, talking on the phone or having dinner. Even once when I was with someone, I'd see you there. Sometimes I'd even hear you there. Sometimes I'd even smell you there. Just drive me out of my mind. Once about a whole month went by and I was okay. I thought I'd beat it. And one night I'm sitting home alone watching television. And there you were, sitting next to me. I heard your voice. You said, I love you too. I thought I was gonna die. Hey, those earrings are solid gold. Don't just automatically think they're cheap. Hey, you want to come back with me and try again?
No.
Look, this is the last time I'm going to ask. I mean it.
You can always come visit.
No. You know why?
Why?
Because I live for
What
surprises.
does that mean?
I don't know what the hell it means.
You've been surviving. You don't need me.
Look, okay, all right, I lied, all right, okay. I don't have so much coming up, all right? I mean, but I'm a musician. That's all I do. That's all I am. You know, I could use you back home to be with me. I mean, I don't see what's so great about this place. You know, okay, a month or two or 6 months, but you know, you're talking final here, Seth. All you got here is some old dude that fixes cars without opening the hood, and a bunch of cowboys.
You got any work coming up?
No.
Where are you living?
I'm just hanging out with various friends
Where?
for now. You know, just around. I mean, just like your old friend Simon.
When are you going to change all that?
You know, when the Pope gets married.
You're welcome to stay here tonight.
Feels like a trap. God, it's gonna be daylight soon. All right. Vortex, huh?
You think it's all just a parlor game, don't you?
You know what? You know, you're just scared of the city and the big bad wolves that live there.
Yeah, I was scared. You got that right, but I'm not now.
You know what? I got it. You know, you've been burned and you need a place to heal, you know, to forget, to get yourself back together again. You're gonna be back. Am I right? Am I right? I mean, you just gotta stick it out here for a while, this place. I mean, until you get tired of it. I mean, I don't know how you do it. All this healing and feeling and voodoo, vortexes, whatever. I go stir, you know, it drives me crazy. It's all just fun, isn't it? Right?
Well, to tell you the truth, you know, sometimes I wonder too. But then again, you know, maybe they have something here. Well, drive careful.
Well, we're gonna have to get back on. Just enough. Wow, I get this lousy headache.
You okay?
Yeah, it was just a long drive. Maybe a glass of water?
Yeah, right away. Hey, are you okay? Because I don't think you should drive back. I wish you'd just stay over here.
Yeah, I'm all right. Just give me a minute.
Oh my God. You crazy damn fool. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You know,
I'll be
I don't
all right.
think you're in any condition to be driving tonight.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, maybe it's no accident you came now. Do you know what August 17th is?
It's not your birthday.
Do you know what that day means? We have an important celebration coming up, and well, I want you to meet someone.
No, I don't want to meet anyone.
He's very important to me, and
I don't care. I don't want to meet anybody.
but you'll change your mind when you meet him.
I don't want to change my mind. And if I don't meet him, I won't know if I would have wanted to change my mind and meet him, okay?
If you love me, you say you love me.
Yeah, damn, of course I love you. You know
Then
that.
you will want to meet him. He's an author and a historian and a healer. Listen, he's lectured at many universities around the world. He's written numerous books and articles on New Age phenomena. People from all over the world travel here to study with him. He's here to function as a central force. He's a very famous healer.
Damn, again, I don't want to meet anybody. What's the matter with you? I came here to see you. What's he look like? Gandhi, right? Ugly old dude in diapers with sores from sitting on rocks.
Please, it may change your life. He can heal you of your hurt and pain.
Except my
and
life's
advise you
crazy.
maybe-
And I like it like that, okay? I mean, I don't need to meet anybody, make it worse. I don't need a healer, whatever that is.
August 17th is the day.
What's this about August 17th? Is the world gonna end?
Shut up and listen! You're welcome to stay here tonight. This is your home too. You'll never be able to drive back tonight. Just stay here, and tomorrow you can come to the festival with us.
The where?
The festival! That's what I'm trying to tell you! It's called the Day of Universal Concordance. I thought you might have heard of it because over 100,000 people are coming here. Listen to this. 140,000 worshipers are expected in Sedona this Sunday, August 17, 1987, to celebrate the ushering in of the age of universal concordance. New Age spiritualists and philosophers are combining the prophecies of the early North American Indians and the teachings of the ancient Mayans and Aztecs. For months, they have predicted the alignment of the planets and constellations, which will bring forth either unbelievable cataclysms or a new age of harmonic concordance and spirituality.
Get it. But I will take you up on that offer to stay. Where do I sleep? As if I didn't know.
On the couch.
Okay. Hey, if I wake up dead in the morning, do I get brought back to life?
Do what you want. I'm going to bed. No, I thought maybe it wasn't just by accident you came now. That it had a meaning. But maybe I'm wrong. If you change your mind about the festival, you are welcome to come with us.
I don't want to go to no fucking festival.
Never mind that. I'm sorry I asked.
Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry to bother you.
What kind of car do you drive?
Why do you want to know?
I had a car.
Well, what happened to it?
It got towed away.
Well, that's a shame. Can't you get it back?
Don't have the money.
How much do you need?
$87. Why'd you wake me?
And you don't have it?
I don't have 87 anything.
What's your name?
I'm just hanging out here for now. Why'd you wake me?
Well, I was going to sleep on your famous couch here. That's all right. I'll sleep over here. This looks comfy on the floor.
Want a pillow?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks. You got an extra blanket there?
Oh, in the hall closet there's a bunch. I'll get one for you.
Aren't you going to ask me what I'm doing here?
No.
Well, I'm spending the night.
Okay.
So, why'd they tow it?
What?
Your car. Why'd they tow it?
My fault. Left it in the red zone when it ran out of gas. $87 to get it back. It only cost me $150 in the first place. It was a good car. I like cars. It was my first, a red car. It needed some work, but it ran pretty good.
Well, I'm sorry I woke you, and I'm sorry about your car. But I got to get some sleep before I head back in the morning.
Back where?
To L.A.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah. Now, look, with your permission, I got this lousy headache. Good night.
Oh, I want to give you something for that.
No, I got everything. It's okay.
See? These are crystals.
Yeah, real pretty. Well, good night.
I want you to see these. Look at them, will ya?
Yeah, look, yeah, they're real nice, but I don't need any, okay?
They're for curing your headache. You're supposed to sleep with them around you in a triangular pattern so as to have positive vibrations.
Yeah, right.
Watch. Now do what I tell you. Let me show you. Place your arms out like this.
Hey, look, I don't want to do this, okay?
Do it like I say. Like this.
All right, have some fun.
Now, it's important how you use them. I've never really done this before, so I have to read the directions. Patterned crystal energy. Crystals are natural amplifiers of magnetic energy which interact with your body, bringing it into harmony with a higher frequency. It is necessary when you place your crystals in the triangle pattern that you state or meditate on your desired result or intention, as these crystals should be used only for higher purpose and love. Distributed by Energy Field Crystals Incorporated, New York City.
New York City?
You know, crystals stand for day or night, guilty or innocent, left or right, yes or no, up or down, bad or good, pretty or ugly, life or death. Always opposites. You have to choose ones that have the right feel. And you know what? They grow bigger and bigger, all by themselves.
Really?
Okay, what is your higher intention? You have to state it.
To get some sleep. Hey, look, I thought these were just for headaches.
These are called bogie rocks. They have their own energy source, and when it leaves them, they disappear. The energy holds them together.
Really?
They die. They just go away. Maybe it takes 10 years or 20 or maybe even 2. They just disappear.
Maybe somebody stole them.
This one is male. No, this one is male. And this one is female. And this one is both.
Oh, yeah? How can you tell?
The male one is good for headaches and for balancing. Most people pick them up and feel a spark, like a shock. Place it on your forehead, and your headache will go away. It works better if you sleep on a futon, but I don't have one. A futon is great to bring up the vibrations from the earth that connect with your something. I don't remember what exactly. But we have to lose the pillow so your head touches the floor. Oh, this is called a heartstone. If you touch it to bad things, they become good. And negative things just go away when you use it. You should touch all your food with the heartstone, and your water, and your microwave oven. Do you want to wear it?
Look, no, enough. I was just going along for the fun of it, okay?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Look what I found today over by the tennis courts. Nobody was around, so I figured it was okay. I found this jackknife. And this is a broken giraffe. And I found a red bandana. Want to try it on?
No, I don't want to try it on.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Sure you do. Everybody wants to wear a red bandana.
But I don't. Okay?
What kind of car do you drive?
Didn't you ask me that?
Did you tell me?
I don't remember. No. You know what? It's just a little sports car.
Goes fast?
Real fast.
Probably goes faster than my car, which isn't going anywhere right now. Where did you come from?
Oh, since I got here, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure of anything. You know, can I get some sleep now?
No, I have some more things to show you.
No more.
Okay. So how do you know Seth?
It's a long story. I'm not sure you want to hear it.
I do.
Yeah, well, another time.
I want to hear it now.
Well, you know, I mean, how do you know Persephone? Is she a friend?
Who?
Persephone.
Who's that?
Who lives here?
Oh. You mean Seth?
Yeah, her. You know, sleeps in that room down the hall.
Oh, her? She's my best friend. What did you call her?
By her real name, which is Persephone. Didn't you know that?
I think so.
You know, she didn't even know you were here. She said I could have the couch to myself tonight.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to tell her I'm coming over. But then I'd have to come over to tell her I'm coming over because my car isn't working anyway and I don't have a phone or any money. But I didn't want to be late for the festival tomorrow, so I got here a day early. Are you coming?
Where?
To the festival. Didn't Seth invite you?
Oh yeah, not interested.
You don't really need an invitation. Everybody from all over the world is coming.
Yeah, she told me something about that. I think I'll just skip it. So, who are you? What do you do around here? You got a name?
My name is Cynthia. C-Y-N Thea.
Heavy on the sin, right?
You got it.
Last name?
Don't have one. Don't have a birthday either.
Yeah, right. Well, what do you do?
Well, I just hang around. I've been here for 120 years.
120. Yeah, and then some. No, I mean, like, what do you do for, like, a living?
I used to be a jockey.
Really? You like horses?
I'm a natural with horses. I love horses.
I mean, you're a real jockey? I mean, you like race and all?
Well, not in this life. In another life, I was a jockey. That's why I love horses so much in this life.
Well, how long ago was that?
How long ago was what?
When you were when you were a jockey. Was that 100 years ago? The Dark Ages? Ancient Greece? When?
How would I know? I'm here now. I said I used to be a jockey. Were you listening?
Oh yeah, sure.
But now I just love horses. Get it? You were once married to Seth?
Still married. How did you know?
I can tell. Are you going to get a divorce? You know, you look married, but she doesn't. How long were you married? How long are you going to stay in Sedona?
About 7 years.
You've been in Sedona for 7 years? How come I never ran into you?
No, I was married for 7 years before she came to Sedona. And we haven't talked divorce yet.
Oh, I get it.
No, I'm glad you do. I don't.
Did you love her?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Then why aren't you together?
Let's just say I once went to a fight and a marriage broke out.
What'd you fight about?
Small stuff. You know, money, other women.
You cheated on her?
Yeah.
Did she cheat on you?
You know, you're just gonna have to ask her that question.
If you loved her, why'd you cheat?
Well, you know, we'll just never know that.
Have you felt the vortex in this house?
I failed that test.
Can you lend me $87?
I don't think so.
Well, that's okay, George.
Why'd you call me that?
That's your other name.
Well, it's my middle name. How'd you know?
I didn't say it was your middle name, I said it was your other name. And you're a Taurus, right? Born in May?
Good guess, Sam. Now, can I please...
The chimes! Oh my God, I think Dr. Glorious is around!
Dr. Who?
Dr. Glorious, he always shows up when you need him without your even asking.
That's great. Hey, look, could you shut the door, please? Who is this Dr. Who's person everybody's always talking about? Jeez. I want you to know I really enjoyed our little chat, okay? But I've got to get some much-needed sleep before I head back in the morning. Good night.
I'm not sleepy now.
Well, I am. Please just turn out the light.
But I'm very awake now. Can I play with my stuff for a while?
Yes! Do whatever you want. Just leave me alone.
I can do what I want?
Yes! Just leave me alone. For Christ's sake.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Could you please?
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Cynthia,
Yeah, who is it?
it's me.
Hi, is it time to go?
Who's that?
That's Slick,
Who?
Steph's husband.
When did he show up?
Well, last night. He's coming with us today.
Who invited him?
I did.
Did he accept?
Yes. Well, maybe. I don't remember. I think so.
Well, he is welcome.
Steph invited him too, I think.
See you there in the morning.
Cynthia,
Yeah.
where's the head?
The what?
Bathroom.
Down the hall.
Jesus. What's the story here?
Oh.
Well, guess I'll see if I can find any coffee. Well, I guess I'll have to see if I can find it for myself.
Why don't you just come and join us, Slick?
Well, I wouldn't know what to do.
Just come and pray with us.
Oh no, I never pray before coffee. Not too good at that stuff. But, you know, I would like to watch, if that's okay.
You're welcome to watch, too.
Thanks. Excuse me. Are you the dude she wants me to meet?
I don't know. Do you want to meet me?
Well, I guess it's a little too late for that thing, since I think I already have.
Please, join us in prayer.
Oh, no, like I said, you know, I'm not too good at that stuff, but if I'm in your way...
Not at all. No one is ever in my way.
Sure.
I'd like to open some doors for you.
Open doors?
I open doors for those who might not have the opportunity to open them for themselves.
That's just great. I didn't know my doors were all that shut.
They sure are.
A lie.
Please, my card.
Thanks. Dr. Glorious, Atlantean Temple Services. That's nice. What's that?
What's what?
Atlantis. Wasn't that like some city that fell off into the ocean or something a long time ago?
Yes. After Atlantis vanished beneath the sea, Sedona became a haven for many Atlantean souls. I am one. Persephone is one. You may be one, too.
I am definitely one. I once thought
You see, the pure laws of peace and harmony were not lost with Atlantis. They are now to be found buried deep in our souls here in Sedona.
and if you stay here, you'll grow to love it. You'll like the chimes, too.
What chimes?
Let me help you.
The wind chimes.
How?
Join my family.
What family?
Sometimes I hear them even when there is no wind.
You will find peace, love, joy, and abundance, I promise you.
All that,
Would
huh?
anyone like some tea?
We go to a waterfall for a universal experience. It's a place with a very special silence, much ancient wisdom to tune into. Sounds of music come from rocks and stones and trees. As a musician, you will love that atmosphere. Oh, Persephone told me all about you, Slick. We go to the waterfall for an empowerment experience.
A what experience?
I didn't know you were a musician.
Cynthia, please. I used to do 8 to 10 a year, now I only do 3 or 4. It's an intense production. People do their lifetime in a weekend.
Tea's ready. Slick, would you like some?
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's great, but what happens?
A blowout celebration of our totality. The purpose for which we all came here, all of it, it's spectacular. It lasts 3 whole days. It's not an encounter, don't get me wrong. It doesn't intrude upon your privacy. Well, tell him, darling.
It'll change your life.
What will?
And people go to God.
Yes, to God. People from all walks of life come.
And from Europe. It's unbelievable.
You know how one has a tendency to invalidate what one does in life? Well, as a musician, you must know. Well, I don't feel that way about my empowerment process. It is genius, pure genius.
He's a genius.
Really? Well, never met one.
It started in Egypt 2,500 years ago. Then it reappeared in Tibet, and then in India, and now it is here in Sedona. Sedona is here to provide us with a preview of lifetimes to come.
Sure, but what is it?
It permanently connects you to a harmonizing sea of energy. Don't you want that to happen to you, Slick? Oh, I see you're hesitant. And it's clear to me that those are your negative forces working against you. Forces you're not even aware of. I want to help you avoid that trap. I also want to warn you not to try to understand everything that I am saying, as the more you try to understand what I am saying, the less you'll be able to understand.
If you have doubts, just remember, he put them there.
Just let go.
Of what?
Yourself, your past, your old patterns of fighting.
It's fun after you let go and you hear the wind chimes real clear.
Yeah, well, sometimes I like a little fighting. I like to kick up a fuss now and then.
It's heart space. It's like taking your soul and your heart on a journey. Please, listen to me. I've done it all. EST, omega training, sensory deprivation tanks, actualizations, all no good. Until I found empowerment, I was hungry for something just like you. But I couldn't feed my soul, just like you. But then I was finally able to bridge the gap between my divinity and my humanity.
What if I'm an atheist?
Absolutely! I can only speak for myself. I know that I am more than this, that I am faster than this. I got to the point where I decided I wasn't going to be a birth certificate waiting for a death certificate. Fold a Monopoly board and the game is over? No! At first it was psychology, but that is a limited concept because it doesn't deal with a man's soul. So I went on a spiritual journey, and I found that I am more than any concept.
And so are you, Slick.
Yes, you are.
Hey, you know, you guys are ganging up on me.
No. Your past is ganging up on you. The rainbow. I always assumed that if you wanted to get over it, you had to go that way. But then one day I looked at the rainbow, and I said, what if my perception is wrong? What if this is the great experiment? What if this is over the rainbow? We have it distorted. Now what if this thing called the great creator has got it all wrong? Maybe joy is the divine ideal. Am I supposed to struggle and suffer and not know what I am missing? So I explored science. I explored metaphysics, but still I wasn't experiencing all of it. Most people are lost and have no perception of how they got that way until someone has the courage to tell them, to lead them, to show them, to guide them, to help them find their way back. It's always about returning back to the original state of innocence, a place you can go back to if you are willing to give up what you are clinging to here and now. It is beyond here and now. And one day I realized how to give it to people.
Now I can hear them.
Give what to people?
Slick, just listen.
What the ultimate purpose for everybody being here is.
Yeah.
We are all here to walk each other back home.
I can hear the wind chimes now.
It's like you impact your universe. What happens today changes what we are. People don't respect that they're part of something faster. You know, I get to do it again and again and again.
Do what again
Each
and
time,
again
and again. He never stops.
They're so pretty.
I wanted to say to God, get the fuck down off your cross. Get into the celebration, not denial. Get into how wonderful life is. Get into the fourth act.
Now, what's the fourth act?
There are two paradigms. One, there is domination. The world is a scary place and you must take care of yourself. And two, there is dominion. The world is on my side. It's a friendly place. But in totality, both are true. That's what empowerment does for you. Let me explain more. Imagine that during this process, your personal energy centers in your heart, in your head, in your hands are activated. It's like installing a cable to a television set. You flip a switch, a special receiver attracts a special channel that wasn't available before. I have the ability to install that system. That's empowerment.
There will be no more war, no more pollution, no more hate.
Is this one safe by herself?
Don't make fun of what you don't understand.
And I suppose you understand what he's
Yes,
talking about?
of course. You will too when you just stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Slick, everything is meant to flow. And if it isn't, it is because of some underlying source. But any choice can be remade. And when it is, the flow will be restored. Now, if you want to remain helpless, I can't help you. But I can be your guide into a future of knowing.
Will I be able to play saxophone better?
Of course.
Damn, I played trumpet.
You are not worth it. You're just not worth it. He tried and tried, but you refuse to hear anything that he has to say. Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
If you're not coming with us to the festival, make yourself at home and I'll see you when we get back. Or leave. I don't care one bit.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't get a chance to talk to you.
You're still welcome to come with us if you'd like.
Nah, I'd just be in the way.
Well, stay here. We'll be back.
When?
Tonight. Tomorrow. The next day. Whenever.
Wait for me! Aren't you coming?
No.
I thought you might not go for it.
What do you mean you thought I might not go?
It's just not for you. I don't want you to think.
You don't want me to think what?
Never mind. See ya.
See ya. Nice sleeping with you. Forget something?
Yes. You.
I told you, I'm not interested.
Maybe you are and don't know it.
Now what does that mean?
It means I would really like to talk to you.
Oh, you want to talk to me with those two dunderheads out in the car?
Well, we have no choice for now.
What?
Slick, there are a lot of things that I'm empowered to do. But unfortunately, I don't have the ability to start a car with a dead battery.
Gee, I thought you could do anything.
You know, I find you very interesting. And I'm curious
About what?
well, how come an intelligent man like yourself
Hey,
has
look,
never...
look, I ain't so intelligent, okay? You can skip the phony flattery.
Slick, Seth wants to know if you have jumper cables or a AAA card.
No, sorry.
Still won't start?
Somebody's gonna have to walk down to the gas station.
Fine, go ahead. I'll be here. Don't you have any questions you'd like to ask me, Slick?
Yeah. Why don't you get old Simon to start the car? I hear he's a magical mechanic. Want a shot?
No, thanks. So, what kind of name is Slick?
It's a nickname. Real name is...
Ray Colucci. That's a beautiful name, Ray. It's like the sun. But Slick is not a very fitting name for a grown man. May I call you Raymond?
Like the sun. Now that's the first I've ever heard that one.
Colucci. Are you Italian?
I used to be Italian.
Do you drink all the time?
No, just some of the time.
Are you an alcoholic? It seems to me that at 10 o'clock in the
You want to know my definition of an alcoholic? Anybody that drinks more than me. And no, I'm not an alcoholic. And hey, I resent the question. But you know, there's different kinds of drinking. Let me tell you. You know, when the Irish drink, they fall down. When the Germans drink, they get sentimental. When the English drink, they pick fights. The French get, insulting. Jewish dudes I know don't drink much at all. But when an Italian drinks, all he wants to do is make love to you. So, you better watch out.
I find that very amusing.
No, you find me amusing? I find you scary.
In what way?
You scare me. It scares me to think about how you...
Think about what?
Think about how you try to control people.
I don't try. I control people. I found I had this power when I was younger. Sometimes a woman would walk into a restaurant, and just from her glance over at me, or the way she would avoid looking at me, I knew I had her. But I abused that power, I must admit that. It was incredible. I could look at a woman and know instantly that I could have her in my bed that very night, and I was never wrong. Never! But as I said, I abused that power, and I don't do that anymore.
You say you're a healer?
Yes.
You're a doctor?
Yes.
Where'd you get your degree, doctor?
I got my medical education in the world of spirit.
Yeah, sure, right. But can you cure a disease?
I've done that many times.
What kind of disease?
Back problems, teeth problems.
Gee, why do people go to expensive doctors and hospitals when all they have to do is go and see you? Probably save a whole lot of money.
I don't know why. Sometimes people align us with Satan workers, mistakenly. I also have the ability to cure people over the phone. I've done that many times.
You mean somebody could actually just call here and over the phone?
It's not perfect by any means. I have about a 90% track record over the phone. Anything from feeling what's going on inside the body to total cure.
Well, just what can you cure, doctor?
Oh, the list is long, Raymond. Say when. When you're tired of it. Sciatic nerve pain, headaches, pain in all joints of the body, tearing eyes, sinus problems, emphysema, constipation, flu, problems swallowing, problems breathing, sunburn, pneumonia, heart problems, cysts, nodules, tumor. Is that enough?
Anything you can't cure?
Yes. And I don't know the reasons, but I'm working on it.
What about blindness?
I'm working on that. I have on occasion given eyesight back to pets. One was a cat and the other was a dog.
Brain damage.
Sometimes I can bring about a modification of brain damage.
Yeah? Well, you're losing time on Cynthia. Let me tell you. What about cancer?
Yes. Many times tumors have disappeared.
How much do you charge, Doc?
That is kept strictly confidential.
Hey, are you one of those guys that can see the...
Yes, I am psychic too. I can see events before they happen.
Hey, let's go to the track. Pick all the winners.
I'm
Make
not
$1 million
allowed.
bucks.
I don't allow myself to use my powers for personal gain. And I also don't like being psychic on demand.
No. We'll give the money to an orphanage.
I told
That
you
way-
I don't do that.
Well, say, can you cure somebody against their will? What if I brought somebody here who didn't believe in you and asked you
No,
to cure
they
them?
absolutely do not have to believe in me. All I want is their body for a few minutes. That's all I ask. But also know this. I don't heal everybody. The act of healing is not 100%. I don't have to see the person, although I do have X-ray vision as well.
X-ray fucking vision.
Let me ask you, if you had this ability to cure people, even over the phone, tell me, my friend, what would you do with it?
The truth, probably try to turn it into a fortune.
Yes! And do you know how much I have? Not even a car to my name. Someone is working through me to help the world have less suffering. Doctors know what I do, and they approve, but they're threatened with expulsion from the AMA if they tell. And that's all I can mention about that.
Doctors? Who? Witch doctors?
I have worked long and hard to get where I am here in Sedona. I am offering you something you cannot achieve anyplace else on earth. No, it's not immortality or anything like that, but it is a new way of life, a new age experience.
Do I see you getting a little worked up at me, doctor?
I have answers. I have wisdom. I have direct connections to energy fields that you cannot imagine. And I am willing to share them with you. I have over 30 years experience as a group leader, as an innovator, and I am dedicated to giving people the tools they need to accomplish wonderful things. I have important technological data to share. Power! The power you are capable of is defined by, is measured in light years. Yes! Light years! And if you're not familiar with it,
Hey, I know what a light year is.
it is measured in light years per kiloton per microsecond. The power you are capable of is defined by the distance, measured by the distance around your environment that you can control. Do you perceive that? Do you understand how important this data is that I am giving you here and now in this place? And you have just arrived? Do you know how long it took me to understand this? And here I am just handing it to you, the totality of it. Believe it or not, that's it. That's it, my friend. The power you are capable is measured by the distance around you that you can control. Think about that for a while. You can do this. It has been researched. It's a territory that until recently has been unknown. It is lightning fast. You are dealing with some very heavy stuff, my friend. Remember, light year per kiloton per microsecond. Not miles, not yards, not hours, but microseconds.
You're fucking crazy. Hey, how come I call you all these names you don't get mad?
What I do is the way my healing forces say, hello. And I have been put here to serve mankind.
Well, let me tell you something, Doctor. Your thing's working in reverse here because before I came here, I was feeling just fine. But now I got a real pain in the ass.
Do drugs help you feel fine?
So what's a little booze?
No, you need more than booze. I can see it in your eyes.
You can't see nothing in my eyes.
You need help.
Not from you, pal.
See what I mean?
What? What? This? This ain't drugs. It's good old American Jack Daniels. What do you mean, drugs? You can't get more patriotic than this. John Wayne drank this shit. Oh, you attacking John Wayne? No, this is drugs. Co-fucking-cane, direct from Colombia. No, this is drugs. Makes me play better. So sometimes I do a little coke. And sometimes I do a little booze. But Christ, you can cure cancer. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Bullshit. Your Highness. I'm just an out-of-work trumpet player in love with my wife. And I come here to get her back, and I find out she's stuck with some dude that takes her into the mountains and owns her brain. And everybody else in this fucking town. This shit about vortex vibrations. Or what about spirits under the house? About crystals that do funny things? And rocks that live and die and disappear? That's just a bunch of Hollywood movie junk. You know what? You found a way to make a living without having to go to work. Just give them a little showbiz, a little glitz. Better than having to go to work in a bank or a car wash or an office, make an honest living. You know what? You got Seth Khan pretty good. And the way I treated her, I don't blame her for hanging out here. You got that dingbat Cynthia down cold, too. She doesn't even know what day it is. She doesn't even know her last name. You know, fuck you. And the rainbow you rode in on. But I'm not here to mess up your game, okay? I'm just here because I care about Persephone. That's all of it. You can jive all the people in the world, and who cares? I just care about Persephone.
Tow truck is on the way.
That's all I gotta say.
It's ready.
Raymond has been making a fool of himself.
I heard.
Listen, Seth. All right, look. I'm glad you heard what I had to say. Listen, what you got here is one big scam. I mean, world class. This guy ought to be in the Olympics. What a setup. Jesus. God. I mean, go ahead. Tell him. What was the reason you came here, huh?
Oh, I just wanted to start a new life.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I wasn't a good husband. Okay, I'll fix that.
No, I just wanted to leave and start over.
Oh, no. You want to know how she did it? How she left me? It ain't all so one-sided.
Nothing ever is, Raymond.
Listen to this, Doctor. I was working. We were sweeping some stupid album, elevator music, but the money was good. And I got home real late, and I was so tired, I didn't even stop to think, well, where was Seth? Just as I'm falling asleep, loving wife calls. Got car trouble, come and get me. And gives me this address somewhere way out in Shitburg. I mean, way the hell out. So I drive, and I find the address. It's late, and I think I got the wrong place. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up here. We're living in a neat house out in the valley. You know, cute little place, all fixed up with my albums, the fancy canopy bed, the hip black leather couch I paid $1,800 for, and all her plants. Oh, she loved plants. Must have had 100 of them in the house. Anyway, so I find the address and I look for her car, but she ain't there. So I look, but she ain't there. I think, well, she got the car started and made it home. So I find a phone. Call the house, no answer. Wait a half hour, maybe longer. Call again. No answer. Now by this time I'm just about unconscious from being tired. But duty calls and I must rescue the lady in distress, so I continue to look around. Then it seeps into my feeble brain that something, I don't know what, ain't right. You know that feeling you get when you know you missed something, but you just don't know exactly what? So I drive home. And guess what? All the lights are on. It's 3 in the morning. The front door is open and everything is gone. The TV, the stereo, all the furniture, including my $1,800 black leather couch, most of my records, closet's empty, the canopy bed, oh, and just a note. And you want to know what that note said? It said, went to Sedona. No address, no phone number, went to Sedona. I thought it was a fucking country in South America.
Okay, Slick.
Oh, look. She never told me she was unhappy. I thought things were fine. Not even a clue. How do you like that? Look, I just need a couple of minutes of your time, okay? Just a couple of minutes. I drove 500 miles. The least you could do is give me a couple of minutes of your time.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Why'd you leave?
Leave? Why did I leave? Stuff.
Stuff. What stuff?
I don't know exactly.
Tell me.
Just stuff. All of it.
All of what? Things were fine. I was finally working.
What
Everything
you
was
did.
okay.
No, not what you did. What it was. What it was. What it became. What we were about to become. It was.
Starting to sound like him more and more. What stuff? You know, when you
I don't know. It was over. We just didn't know it. I just had to leave so I could sort things out, and I'm still sorting things out. That's what people do here. That's what Sedona is for.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you? Yeah, would you have listened?
Yes.
Well, we never talked.
About what?
About anything.
Well, what'd you want to talk about?
I always wanted to talk about Leslie.
Now, what would that have solved? Who was Leslie?
Stay out of this.
He would always talk about his ex-girlfriend, Leslie. Always telling me what a great person she was. You know, how beautiful, smart, successful. Worked for an ad agency and art director. You know, the kind of talk that doesn't seem important at first, but after a while, you get to a point where you just want to say, okay, enough! Well, he told me that he hadn't seen her in over a year, that they were through forever. I believed him. Then one day he turned around and said he needed to get away for a few days. Okay, I said, go, get away, do it. You need some time for yourself. Little did I know. He said he was going up the coast to Big Sur and on through San Francisco and then back down. Something kept telling me inside, no, you've been cheating all along. And then the proof, oh, get this, the proof showed up in the form of her love letters. I couldn't believe it. How corny. That stuff only happens in silly soap operas. Such a cliche. Oh, and they were from her saying how much she needed him and wanted him. And as soon as I stopped laughing, I started crying. I got every pill in the cabinet, got a bottle of champagne, toasted them both, and myself, and every rotten son of a bitch I had ever known in my entire life. Took a sip and said, here's to Slick. May he find what he wants in life. Here's to Leslie. Here's to the mailman. Here's to my mother's young junkie boyfriend. Here's to my dad. Here's to my screwed up kid brother. Then I just laid down. I started crying again. Thinking of him and how much I hated, loathed, and despised him. The world started spinning. And I started seeing these rings. They were like the rings of Saturn. Pretty rings, you know, they were spinning around and around. I would reach out and try and touch them, and I would find myself out there spinning in space with these wonderful rings, feeling nothing except happy. You know, really happy. I thought of my best friend, Harriet, and I thought I should call her and tell her about these rings. And I really enjoyed the way I was telling her about them. Until I realized I was talking to her machine. Oops. I said I was going to miss her. And I just needed to say goodbye to someone. Everyone needs someone to say goodbye to. Someone always handy just in case. You know, you should find yourself close to dying and you need that person nearby just so you can look them in the eye. See your own soul reflected down there. It's like looking down a deep, dark well. You see yourself down there. And and you don't die alone, because that is the most terrible thing that can happen to you, dying alone. Don't you think so?
But you didn't take enough to die.
She took enough to die 9 times.
Then how?
Harriet got home. Wrote the message.
She broke down the front door with her bare hands. But I didn't call her to rescue me. I just wanted to say goodbye to someone. They pumped me out. I got pneumonia and barely made it. But while I was in the hospital, I kept thinking about those rings and how they must have meant something. Then one day, for a reason he will never understand, I came here. I mean, I didn't know much about this place until I got here. I mean, I had heard, you know, how beautiful it was and peaceful and how the people were kind and loving. But I didn't expect to find what
I thought you forgave me about, for Leslie.
it's like. When I got out of the hospital, we never discussed Leslie. That is not the same thing as forgiveness, and you're wondering what I'm doing here?
That was over a year ago.
It was yesterday.
Oh. All right, just stay here and rot. I don't know what's keeping you here.
Was he always like that?
Like what?
Impetuous.
Oh, you would call him that.
You didn't answer his question.
Oh, which question?
What is keeping you here?
I live here now. I told him that.
Why doesn't he believe
I
you?
don't know. That's his problem.
If you really told him, he would believe you.
I did.
He is in your environment. You are in control over what he believes.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm not.
You created him, and I think that
I don't know.
you still love him.
Oh, no, I don't.
You feel for him.
You know, I only feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he's lost.
He thinks that about you.
Yeah, well, he's wrong, because I have found...
You have found the empowerment process, and it was my gift to you. I am not afraid of rain. Didn't I let him talk? Didn't I let him tell that story of an event that never really happened? Probably never really happened. Didn't I let him lie about that?
It happened that way.
No, it didn't.
What are you doing?
It never happened that way, did it?
What are you doing?
I want to know your loyalty.
God, don't test me, please.
I'm not testing you. I am only directing our relationship.
He called you a lot of names.
You did.
You didn't get angry and fight back.
You didn't see? I fought back in my own way. Anger is evil, and his anger will kill him.
He never gives up.
He will when you give him up. I don't think you want to.
Please. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone, both of you.
But you know that I love you. Like no one else. Don't you know that? Persephone, don't you know that? I am teaching you how to live. Aren't I doing that?
I don't know anymore.
I am teaching your heart and soul how to live. Aren't I doing that? Answer me!
Yes.
You hurt when you came here. And now you don't hurt. Didn't I do that?
I don't know anymore.
Didn't I?
Yes, I guess so.
Don't you remember the 4 principles of empowerment? Don't you remember them? Didn't they do that for you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say them.
Not now.
Say them! I insist.
everything is created.
Say the numbers.
1. Everything that exists is created to flow. 2. If your sacred energies aren't flowing, it's because you have made some deep and evil choice. 3. Maybe I don't really know how I feel.
3.
3. Any choice can be reclaimed and reversed. 4. Once an evil choice is remade, the flow is restored.
Good. Relax. Just relax. Now look at me. Are you ready to go with me?
I guess so.
That's not the right answer. Try again.
Yes.
You must know how much you mean to me. You must know that. You must know that I would give it all up for you. All that I have. You must know that, Persephone.
Yes.
I have loved many, many women, but I have never touched a woman. Do you know what I mean by that? Do you?
No, I don't.
I have enemies. Many enemies who are trying to destroy me. They want to stop the work that I am doing here. The work that is so very, very important to so many people like yourself here in Sedona. They must not be allowed to stop me. Do you know what history teaches us about men like me? Do you have any idea? Do you know? Answer me!
No, I don't. What does history
It teaches us
do
that
with-
we must be vigilant against them. They are often very clever as they come in various disguises. They hide their true purpose, which is to control my efforts to make this a better world. I have only one mission in life, and that mission is to make this a better world. And you are helping me in that mission.
Yes.
And the day will come when you and I together shall enjoy the rewards of my desire to make this a better world. Do you believe me?
Yes, I think so.
Think so? I guess so. How can you keep saying such things?
I mean, yes, I believe you.
Finally, a message of encouragement from Persephone. I believe you, she says, I believe you. Well, if that's the best you can do, I guess I'll just have to accept that.
I'm trying to give you what you need from me. I just need to know how to do it.
It's simple. When one or more of my enemies comes to you and says that I am wrong, know that they are evil. It's that simple.
Do you mean Slick?
What do you think?
He hates you.
Need I say more?
What did you mean?
No. It's not the time for questions. Now is the time for contemplation, for calmness, for meditation, for allowing my understanding to become your understanding. I must be on guard against my enemies at all times, and you must help me. Listen very carefully. If you ever doubt me again, even for 1 second, you will lose me forever. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, Persephone. I always knew that you would be the loyal one.
Hey, you guys, are you coming or what?
got my jacket. I want to talk to my wife alone.
Of course. I'll be waiting for Stephanie in your car.
Fine.
What do you want?
Why did you take everything?
I didn't. I left the plants.
Yeah, the plants, that's right. You left the
Do you
plants.
still have them?
No, I don't know. I just hung around for, a month. I didn't water them. They all died. They dried up and died. I want you back.
It's a shame about the plants. All of them?
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Look, you don't love me anymore, so say you don't love me anymore.
Not the way I used to, no.
Well, look, nothing is ever the way it used to be. We can start over here. Look, I'm on my knees here, Seth.
Then don't do that.
I asked you last night, how do you live without sex or touch or anything except this voodoo?
We went over this. It's my choice now to live this way. I'm happy here.
Well, how can you be with all the bullshit going on around here?
You aren't listening. I'm happy now, happy here. You see it as bullshit, but to me it is real. It works for me. Do you want to take that away from me?
It's not like, you got remarried or something, or you're living with some guy. I mean, I got a shot here, don't I?
Yes. We'll be friends if you come live here.
And do what?
Just get a job.
I'm an artist. Did you forget that?
They have a band at the hotel.
Oh, no way. This is Dropout City.
If you come live here, I'll be your friend. I promise that.
Just like you're friends with Dr. Gloria? I mean, where do you get a silly
I
name
don't want
like
to hear
that?
anymore.
But
You've
he's a
said
phony
enough,
and a lying sack of shit
Since you got here.
who's got you in his back pocket.
And I intend to
And
keep
you're probably
it that way
fucking
for
him.
as long as
And lying to me about that, too.
I knew you'd say that sooner or later.
So what's it gonna be?
I've told you.
Tell me to go away for good.
Go away for good.
You mean that?
Yes, I do.
I hate to lose.
I told him that.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yes.
Well, what else did you tell him?
I told him I would follow him. Anywhere.
Well, that's final enough.
I have to go now. He's waiting.
You know something? You're never going to get her out of here.
Yeah, it looks that way.
If you want my advice,
I don't want your advice.
so you might as well stop badgering her and get on with your life.
What do you know?
You've got me wrong.
What? Why do you hang out with that guy anyway?
He's not so bad. Always good for a place to crash. Buys lunch. I drive him around because he won't drive. Says it's bad for the image. He talks incessantly, like he raves a lot. He claims to have the whole universe figured out. I listen. Once in a while he's going on and on and on, I say things like, "Wow, that's fantastic. No kidding? You are really smart." Things like that. He eats it up. He loves attention, like a little kid on his birthday who wants everybody to watch while he is blowing out the candles. He claims to have the whole universe figured out. He wants to be the center of the universe. Sometimes I think he's the loneliest man that ever lived. But, to be honest, he's fun to listen to and to watch. And to watch all the ladies who follow him around, upscale dames who you would think should know better. Grandmothers, some of them, acting like they're back in high school and they've got this crush on the football captain. Pathetic.
Why doesn't he give you the $87?
Are you kidding? He takes money. And he gets by pretty good, too. Don't let those sandals fool you. Owns a condo, a couple of houses. He's got these rich ladies, a whole flock of them, giving him their money all the time. They go nuts when he shows up. He charms them and treats them like shit. And guess what?
They love him.
You guessed it.
He's really got money?
He tells everybody he's broke. That's a lie. He's loaded but doesn't want anybody to know. Like I said, bad for the image. Eats only rice and tofu when anybody is around, but at home he's got gourmet dinners and vintage wines. Don't let the outfit fool you. Would you trust him if you knew he was rich?
Gotta hand it to him.
I'm his groupie.
You mean you're like...
No way. I'm not that desperate. But like I said, just for a place to sleep.
You know, you're not who I thought you were.
I'm not who I thought I was either.
So, okay, Sin, what's bothering you?
Well, to tell the truth, I hate the way he treats Seth. He has her in his pouch like a crystal. And the way she takes all this for reality. It's been bothering me for a long time now, but I never let on. Didn't want to blow my cover.
Who are you to talk, Miss Wind Chimes?
I chant. I hear chimes. So what? It's fun. I believe it when I want to. To me, it's a game. But to Seth? When I walked in on them just now, I saw her lose her soul to him. On the other hand, when you think it over, she has found some peace here. She gets up, goes to work, comes home, listens to Dr. Glorious, goes to sleep. Next day, the same thing. Gets up, goes to the creek, goes to work, comes home, listens to Dr. Glorious.
Yeah, okay, I got it. So, what do you want here? What are you doing here?
Not so much. The chanting gets me centered. But you want to know what brought me here in the first place? Listen, I'm a rich kid from a rich family in Pasadena. Old money, dad in oil. I was the oddball youngest of 5 kids. The money made me feel guilty. So I gave away whatever I earned, or whatever was given to me, to Amnesty International and the Alliance for Survival, the Sierra Club, you know, that kind of thing. And what did they do but send me bumper stickers? And then, one day, I saw these fishermen killing flipper on TV. Blood in the water. That did it. I felt so helpless, and I had to get away. Somebody told me about Sedona, so I came here. I don't know how long I'm going to stay. Or I didn't. Until you showed up. And everybody got so upset.
Yeah, I guess I sort of acted like...
Like a spoiled brat.
You're something.
You might as well forget about her. For now.
You sure about that?
Positive. Give it up. Get the significance.
Get the what?
He's not so bad when you think about it. He's actually pretty harmless, her crutch. I think he's in love with her, but she treats him like an uncle. No romance. No way. Thought you'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah. You know what he told me? He told me that my... Wait a minute here, let's see. My power is measured in... Wait, no. Yeah, power is measured in...
Oh, right. He's big on power. He uses that word to death.
Yeah. It's measured in micro light years per... No. Mini
No, I know that one. I've heard it a million times. It's measured by the distance around you can control. That's another word he uses all the time, control.
Oh, yeah, measured in millions.
No, billions.
Yeah, billions of micro light years per ton per bushel or something. Did you know that Dr. Glorious can cure stuff over the phone?
Oh, I hear he does that all the time.
Ain't he just amazing? I mean, he cures stuff over the phone so he doesn't have to make those annoying little house calls.
He has his own 1-800 number.
Kid.
Yeah.
Ring, ring. Hello, Dr. Glorious's office. Yes, yes. Let me find out. Oh, nurse, how much does Dr. Glorious charge to cure hemorrhoids over the phone?
$2 a minute plus toll.
Did you hear that, sir? Yes, that's right, plus toll charges. Now, here's what you do. You hang up the phone. That's right, hang up the phone, and yes, now, no, not yet. Then I'll tell you what you have to do. You hang up the phone, that's right, and then you sit on it. That's right. And then Dr. Glorious will call you. But don't answer the phone, because the vibrations from the phone ringing is what will cure that nasty little phone. And then you just pay your bill just like normal.
And tell him he's got to let it ring for a very, very long time.
Well, I guess I'm out of here.
Want some company?
You want to come back to LA with me?
Yeah. Well, sure. What the heck? Okay.
Had enough?
Yeah. It's time.
Think about it. You know, here they're a little crazy. Back there, they're mean.
I'll try mean again.
You sure about that?
Yes. I know what I want.
So, how long have you been here now?
A few months.
So, all that stuff about 120 years and Atlantis
shut
and
up.
all that.
Let's put it this way. That was me back then, and this is me right now. You couldn't give me a hard time all the way back.
You're not who I thought you were.
I always get my way.
I can feel it! I can feel it! I can feel it coming up through the ground right now. I swear, I can feel
before
it.
I change my mind.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you taking that for?
I might have to cure another one of your headaches someday.
Hey, you're something. Hey, how do we lock this door?
You moron! Didn't anyone ever tell you we don't lock doors in Sedona? Didn't anyone ever tell you that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Did you forget anything?
I don't think so.
Hey, I love your car! Can I drive too? And can we stop for lunch? I'm starving. Got any good taste? Does your stereo work? How long do you think it'll take before we get to LA? Can I drive too? I love the desert at night. Hey, are you coming or what?
Yeah, be right there.